All right, friends, we are back. We've been out of commission for a little while. We played the monster stack, a couple bullets, and they went not swimmingly, but you know, it happens, but it is, what day is it today? It is June 28th, I believe, and it's day 1A of the Colossus, one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's very good value. There's someone on 2+2 who does like evaluations of like structures and buy-ins, and then it gives S points to them. I think this site is Sunshine Puppies, an awesome name. I think the guy's name is Pug or Plug or something, his screen name on 2+2. Anyway, in terms of like lower buy-ins, sub 500, this has a really good S point tier. It has over 100 or something, and then like the Colossus had a, look at this guy, and the Colossus had the Gladiator had like 600, or sorry, 60. Hi, I can't even speak. So the Gladiator had a 60 and this has over 100, so you can see how much better the structure is for this one, for the smaller buying. $400, 40-minute levels. So yeah, gonna battle hard in this one. We were out with COVID, unfortunately, for a little while. It does happen. And you know, it at the Rio back in the day used to be called the Rio flu. You used to get like just random sickness, people traveling everywhere overseas, all in a room together. But now, you know, this is the reality we live in, and COVID can happen. Everyone be safe. You know, we took this medicine called Paxlovid. You need to get it prescribed. After you get it, it really, like, if you have like severe symptoms or whatever, it can really like help cure it. But you know, this isn't a medical advice channel or anything like that, but it is a reality. But we stayed home, stayed away from people, did our thing, and now we are ready to win this bracelet. Saw D-Negs last night win his iconic bracelet. That was amazing. A moment. It was definitely motivation. So really happy for him. It's great for the poker world, and you know, this is why we do this. You know, it's a monumental thing to win bracelets. Even if you're worth like $30 million like Daniel, winning these bracelets is so important, you know. So that's why we come back every year. And here we are, horseshoe. Let's do this, people. Here we go. All right, here we are. Entrance. Beautiful entrance. That's where we are. That's where that is. That's where this is. We are absolutely ready. Every time you park and you come down this little escalator, it feels good. Optimism is in the air. It's good to be hopeful. That's what we are. Hopeful, exciting. I think I said this once before, but like, poker players can be like the most optimistic people in the world. Who else really thinks they can be one of like whatever thousands of odds to put in your own hard-earned money, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars every summer, and come in and be a bracelet winner? We're not delusional, we're confident and hopeful. That's it. And we are too today. Happy Friday. Let's get it. Here's the reg line. It's 12 o'clock. All of us late donks. Started 2 hours ago. We're all here. At least it doesn't go out the door yet. This is the Colossus bathroom break. Yikes. When you're in the horseshoe room, it is tilt in and of itself. Like I said, if you can fold your hand 30 seconds before the break, in turn, do it. You can save yourself from this. we're on break with 53,000 from 40. Nothing really that crazy happened. Just had one like queen 10 suited, flopped a flush draw, straight draw versus jack 9, river to queen, and then besides that, nothing crazy has happened. But we're just chilling, waiting for this to die down, and we're back at it. Alright, here we are, the Thunderdome on break. Some big tournaments in their day 2 and day 3. Always over here, it's a lot of fun. Omaha 10K, 30 people left. 1 million something for first. But I have a question though. So all these legends are all up here. Players of the year, or like, actually I should say main event champions. Tom McAvoy, Johnny, Phil Hellmuth, Mansuvi, Doherty. These guys. I have a question. How does Bill Smith, 1985, have this like family portrait as his main event champ picture? That's something so crazy to me. We always see the insider era, see people talking about it. So every time when they're actually on break, just looking around. And one other question is, why is Huck Seed's 1996 main event win not documented at all? Because these other ones, 95, 90, whatever. 94 is not on there for obvious reasons. The guy is a scumbag. But 96, why is his not on there? I saw him at Whole Foods. I don't know why I didn't ask him. I was like, hey Huck, big fan, blah, blah, blah. I forgot to ask him. So if I see him again, I'll ask him. But if you guys know, why is 96 not on ESPN or anything? All right, break over soon. Had to turn the camera on for the goat sighting. Number 18 coming. Another goat sighting. Okay, we're on break. I'll tell you the update. There's a TV camera. That's who it's for. The one and only Norman Chad doing this thing. I think this is, there's only 18 left. This is the same term. 10K PLO. I don't know if he's doing this one. It's probably the 7-card stud, which has, because he loves stud, 69 players left. I'm pretty. Oops. I don't know what just happened there. My phone is freaked out. Okay, so that's his tournament. I'm pretty sure it's the stud with 69 players left. And we are here, Thunderdome. Over the walk, the final table over there. But yeah, so we're still on the Colossus. We have like 80,000. Then we peaked at 85. Our table broke, and after our table broke, we got moved to a new table. And like recently, you don't want to think this and like keep it as a stigma in your brain, but when the tables have been breaking and we go to a new table, we've been getting so unlucky in the last like, I don't even know how many tournaments. So we break our table, go to the new table. I'm like, think good thoughts, think positive thoughts, right? And the first hand of the new table, I have 10s, and I'm playing an online like event on my phone just really quick because it was a free roll, like a 100K free roll, which is really good on Wsop.com. They gave it to us, and then so I was playing it. He's like, "Oh, what are you playing? And I'm kind of talking for 1 second. Anyway, 2 minutes later, I raise 10s under the gun. He has 25K at 1600 big blind, so he has like, I don't know, 10, like about 15ish blinds. He thinks for a second, then just shoves, and then obviously everyone else folds, and we like love it. We call, flipping a lot ahead, against 9s, 8s, 7s and stuff. And he just has the bullets first hand. We sit down, right? Oh my God, new table, first hand. Ugh. And he holds, obviously. And so, yeah, we're just okay, think positive thoughts, breathe. And, you know, where else is there to be? Nowhere. Let's just sit in our chair. Sometimes when I had like a bad beat and like some just like steamed, you know, and like we were all been there and you're just like, oh, I don't even care about this last like 14 big wines or like whatever it is. And then you're just like, you're just like kind of making an emotional kind of shove. Just think of like, where would you rather be right now? If you bust this tournament, unless it's to go rebuy and get like a fresh stack of like 50 big wines or something, that's totally understandable. Or if there's another tournament that you're looking to play, you know, but those cost extra money and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you're left with like 8 big blinds, 12 big blinds, something after having like 30 or 40, right? It's just like, think, where would you rather be? You know, if you can spin this up, you save the money on another buy-in. Maybe it's the destiny that, you know, you were meant to go through to win this tournament. You never know. Don't just punt it off right after. So we just kind of stay tough. At that point, I think we had like 70. So losing like 26,000 or so wasn't like great, but we were still in there. And we battled back. Now we have like 80,000 again. And we're on the color up break. And yeah, just gonna chill for a little bit. Here's some sights and sounds. World Series. The tournament's this again, Colossus. So there's a ton of people obviously in town for this tournament. It's a great one, a lot of fun, people chit-chatting, having a good time. $400 buy-in, so if you do bust out from whatever situations, you can rebuy again. A couple bullets, you know, it's a really good one because most tournaments that are like back in the day, lowest was like, what, 1,500? But now for that price, you can buy in 4 times if you need. So just think about it that way. But this is the only one we're gonna need because we're gonna run it up and make day 2. First day 2 of the year incoming. We've been close a couple times today, but let's do it this time. All right, people, we'll be back. Dogs of the vlog. Sorry, Ryan, had to steal it for this beautiful specimen. Back from break, going back. Back to the jungle. And it is freezing where we're sitting. I'm thinking of getting one of those hoodies, but they're all closed. This is the mad rush on 1 minute and 40 seconds. We can make it. But yeah, we'll be back on next break, people. Let's keep chipping up. Boom, there's the World Series poker room. And we don't have to go play cash in there because we're still in the Colossus, hanging in there. I moved to another table again. We're on dinner break, I should mention. End of level 12. I think we play 17 levels tonight, which is a lot, but that's always sign up for it. But yeah, doing okay. I think that peak was like 130. So not that much off. Some kind of gross stuff happened, but we recovered. Let me try to remember. I should write these things down. This is why people write them down. I'm just kind of like walking around playing and doing stuff and showing you guys stuff until, you know, get your fix until you guys are in town playing yourself. But in terms of hands, what happened? I think, what the heck did happen? Oh my god, yeah, this is what happened. So we were at the table before we just moved, and there was this guy, I think he was Irish, very thick accent, and he was nice, just kind of sitting there. He wasn't really doing anything, like not that old or anything. He's only like 45, 46, and he was just kind of sitting there minding his own business. There was one hand when someone shoved like 12 bigs, and I called with 9s. He shoved like under the gun too. I'm in like middle position with 9s, asked for a count.
call and he makes like a reaction.
So I was like,
he makes like a little reaction like, oh, like sighs. And then he makes a little reaction like sighs or something, and he's like, oh, okay, I think he like saved me or something like that. And then says, and then like I won the flip. The other guy had ace jack under the gun shover, and then the guy said he ended up having nines. I don't know if he was upset that he folded. Oh, sorry, not nines. Sorry, ace queen. I am all over the place. I'm thinking, where am I? The sun is setting, and it's beautiful. Do you see this? So we're walking up to a carnival. But okay, where are we? So yeah, so I folded ace queen. So they saved me. I was like, okay. I didn't think he had like a vendetta against me or something. He was just kind of playing tight. Oh, and then like pre-flop, anytime he opened, he would open like the blinds were like, what were they? Like 1,500. He made it like 23,000 with 10-10. So like he would just like raise in huge pre-flop for whatever reason, you know. But he just kind of was tight besides that. And then I raise under the gun with king queen of spades, so standard like 2.5. And then he raises it, blast a huge like 8x. And I'm like, okay, well, I just kind of show face up to see if he would show. But he didn't. Then the very next hand, I have ace queen from like under the gun. So I raise again. I raise it again. And then he 3-bets again, huge. And I'm like, okay, well, and then like everyone folds. And then I was like, okay, well, let me start table talking a little bit. 'Cause, I don't know, I have a bad feeling when it's been tight and you just have ace queen, like you raise back-to-back hands. He didn't show the first one. I just kind of like showed the king queen suited. And then it's like, guys, it's like Grand Theft Auto here when I'm driving around, walking around. And then so he 3-bets again, huge. The second hand I have ace queen after I folded the king queen. And then I'm just like, okay, this is weird, right? Like, what you got there? Something big? I was like, I want to do table talk, but I don't know what to say to see like if you have a good hand or not. And he just kind of like looked. I don't know. He was Irish, so he had a very thick accent. And then he mumbled some stuff, and I was like, what if I say the good old, if I show, will you show? And then he said like, whoa, 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 and said something. Like, I started laughing. I was like, okay. So I fold ace queen face up. Then he shows ace jack, and I'm like, okay. That's strong right here, this guy. So I was like, okay, mate. Like, that's cool. Holy. You guys see it? You guys miss Vegas yet?
Looking good. Honey, I stay stoned on your loving all the time.
Wow, what a serenading we got right there, guys. Sun is setting, it's beautiful right now. But it is hot. Anyway, so he shows ace jack, and I'm like, okay, dude, okay. And everyone's laughing. And then like I raise like a few hands later, like an orbit later, and I have ace jack this time. And I'm like, I raise, and then he 3-bets again, huge. And I'm like, am I just gonna punt it all in right now? I'm on, like, what is going on over here? And then small blind cold 4-bets. And then I fold obviously ace jack. And then I'm like, okay, well that saved me, I guess, maybe not. And then the guy folds himself, the Irish guy, and he folds ace king of clubs. So he had something there, but it was weird, right? Because he's been showing aggression, and then when somebody 4-bets him, when he has like pretty much one of the best hands he'll ever have there, ace king of clubs, and ace king of clubs is the luckiest one. I don't know if he's supposed to go all in there. I know it's really strong. I had an ace, so it eliminates the other guy. The guy could have had a kings or queens, or just knowing that this guy is kind of a punter, maybe has something against me, which I don't know why he would. So he just folds, and I'm like, okay. And then just like I got a bluff through with a semi bluff with a flush draw, and then just kind of built up. So now we're at a new table. We're on dinner break right now, and this is where we're at. Look at this. It's beautiful. Bellagio, World Series of Poker, Aria being worked on, their beautiful sign. And yeah, we're having a good time. Colossus, day 1A. We'll be back for 5 more levels or so, 4 more levels. And it's crazy because, like, keep this in mind, you can register until the end of dinner break. How crazy is that? So you can, the tournament starts at 10 a.m. but you can register until 8:15, and it's only 2 entries per person, so you can't just like keep punting all in until you build up a stack. It is just 2, but the amount of late reg you get is kind of crazy. But am I gonna run right now, guys? I'm gonna jaywalk right now. Oh my god, don't arrest me if any police officers are watching, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna go get some food, maybe an Earl sandwich. Good tip, Earl sandwich here at a Miracle Mile Mall is very good and pretty quick. So, but yeah, all right, see you guys after next break. I'm eating lunch, but has anyone seen this at Earl sandwich before? That's crazy. I don't want to record too long because the music copyright. I'll pause it. That's crazy. That's true. Poker donk confirmed. Alright, going from Horseshoe to Paris. Incredibly tilted. I'll explain it later. Well, let's come back from it. Actually, I can explain it right now. I had ace queen under the, so I got dealt the 4 of spades and it flipped up. So he dealt another card and ended up getting ace queen. Big stack at the table, raises under the gun. 1.5, 2.5x. I just flat to keep in worse aces and stuff. Anyway, big blind defends. He actually, it was 4,000 big blind. And he thought it was 8, but it was 9. I don't know if that changes it, but he's kind of a short stack. About 60 or something. And then flop is ace 6-7. So we like it. Big blind checks. Big stack, C bets. We just flat to keep in worst hands and to be really under repped. And then big blind unexpectedly goes all in. So we're like, okay. And then under the gun folds. So we're like, okay. We kind of expected him to be bluffing sometimes. And then snap call, big blind shove. He has about like 45,000 at this point. Blinds are at 4. Then he has 3, 4, 5 offsuit. Yeah. Flop is 6-7, ace, 7 turn, 3 river. And I hate those misdeal hands, even though it almost worked in our favor. I don't know, this guy like sees me fold a 4 by accident, or the dealer flip up a 4, and he still calls. But we still want that, we just want a 3 on the river. But, you know, moving from Horseshoe to Paris. Let's run good here. We have about 66,000. I think we peaked at 130. So the blinds should be full at 4,000. So let's run it up. Let's get to like 5, 6, 700 by the end of the night. Let's go. Oh yeah, baby. Scotty the goat. What's up, baby? Okay, guys, we are on break. It is 10:45 or so. Wow, sorry if it's really loud. But I'm sure you saw in some of the footage right before this break, Scotty Wen was at my table. It was so crazy. So we got moved, and I gave you guys that kind of breakdown of what happened right before we got moved from Horseshoe to Paris. And unfortunate hand, the card exposed, the hand that, you know, blah, 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 and the guy hit us straight on the river. Anyway, so we sit down and new table into Paris, okay, refocus, you know. We see a smaller stack, like a little bit even smaller than ours at the time, and it just been blinding out. No one's sitting there. And then just kind of playing our hand and stuff, blah, 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 folding, just kind of thinking out what the strategy is. Then all of a sudden we see somebody comes like 20 minutes later and sits on that seat, and it's Scotty Wen. We're like, oh wow, you know, we're not usually like starstruck. We've seen Daniel here a few times. We've seen Phil Ivey. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? And we've seen like a bunch of guys, but like at our table, we played with some like other like younger pros, but to sit with like a legend like that was super, super sweet. So so we end up playing at the table. Scotty comes up, and then I text my girlfriend, or my fiance I should say, and I'm like, oh my god, like Scotty Wen's at the table. And she like kind of remembers poker from like the heyday 2008 and stuff, so she remembers Scotty baby. And I was like, Scotty baby's at the table. She's, oh my god, take a picture. And then I was like, Scotty, and I was waiting for a moment when we're not in the hand. Everyone's like kind of obviously he's one of the most jovial guys, and everyone's like talking, oh, where were you? He was like, I just wanted to go eat so and so, and then drink some beers and stuff. And I was like, oh, standard, Scotty. And then finally, I was able to like say, hey, baby, can we take a picture? And he's all, sure, baby. And then we stood up, took a picture, and it was so cool. He's so nice, you know. And he was wearing, I think, two bracelets. The one bracelet he was wearing on one wrist was, I asked, hey, is that the main event bracelet? And from '98. And he said, no, it's my first bracelet from '97. And I had forgotten that was, he already had a bracelet before the main event. And then he said, I don't wear that main event bracelet because after I won it, I called my family back home in Vietnam, and you know, they were celebrating and stuff, and then my brother was celebrating, and I think he said that he got, and I remember the story from ESPN, I think, I remember hearing it. And so his brother was celebrating, and unfortunately I think he got like kind of drunk and he got hit by a car in Vietnam after he won his bracelet. You know, he called home excited, his brother was happy for him. Oh my gosh, he won $1 million and stuff. He's a big time poker star now. And then, you know, he passed away, unfortunately, in a pretty dramatic way, and it was a tough moment. And then in that moment, I looked down at Ace Jack. I had just doubled up the hand right before with Ace Jack, and I was like, Scotty, baby, you probably saw in the footage, Scotty, baby, good luck. And then the next hand I looked down on Ace Jack when he's telling me that story, and I would never do this, you know, but like I just like full, it was his big blind too, and I was like in the cutoff or something, or middle position, and I just straight folded Ace Jack like right after, like he was telling me that story, and I felt so bad for him. And of course it's happened like 40 years, when was 1998, I don't even know, you know, many years ago. And I was just like, I'm not gonna raise his blind now right after he's like literally in the middle of telling it to me, and I was like, I can't raise this Ace Jack right here. It's out of like my heart, you know, whatever. So I just like straight muck it, and I think something even happened, like someone limped and he shoved, and I think I still let him dominate. I think he showed an ace, but anyway, he unfortunately busted out, and here we are, we have 83,000, I think. We're on break, coming back at 8,000 big blind, and it has been grueling. So we did double up from that tough spot when we had 66K up to 130, but the blinds are huge now, and we're like 150 away from the money. So so it's crazy because it's like, I don't usually play for like min cashes, but like there's something, I don't know if you've been here or you're coming this year, but they've increased the min cash to 2x minimum. It's a little bit over. It's like 801 for min cash and $400 buy-in. So I mean, there's something to be said for chip accumulation, and I'm not gonna like pass up any good spots. But you know, playing this long, like I said, it's almost been like 12 hours we've been playing, and it's crazy we're not in the cash yet. The structure for this as a small buy-in is pretty good. When I was playing the Gladiator, I think we were already in the money at this point and getting ready for like day 2. But there's still, I think, like 2 more levels to be played, and I don't even know when we're gonna be in the money. Probably by the end of tonight. But this is a pretty good tournament, you know, and just cashing would be nice. You know, playing with Scotty was awesome. So I don't know if we're gonna be like a madman trying to like just accumulate chips so much. Oh my god, this is the guy. This is the nemesis guy who beat me with the 5-4 in the other room. Small world. But yeah, here we are back in here. So like I said, there's something to be said just to like sit and like almost like blind out and wait to get in the money. So like you can see 830 people-ish left. I think 697, so about 140K, sorry, 140 people, hello. I was looking at what first place would be. 140 people left to get in the money. So we're gonna do what we can to pick our spots while being smart, because we don't want to bust out, and we're not. So here's our seat, here's our stack. Let's get it, people. Alright, close to the money. Awesome dealer congratulating us. We're very close. Everyone's taken. This guy's on tilt. He's on such tilt. Calling clock on everybody. 21 minutes till day 2. Let's get there. With 3x more, at least. Let's go. Alright, this is the fun part. It is almost midnight, holy crap. And hand for hand, everyone is standing, everyone is exhausted, everyone is waiting to get, it's new, you know, the 2x min cash. I think we're 21 minutes and then day 2. That's the thing. We wanted to for sure secure that min cash, but that's also like, you know, we have 2 more tries after this. Is it worth it to, I mean, of course it's worth it to get the money and then now try to spin up a stack to get a situation for day 2, but you can also kind of like be like, okay, well, if I try day B and C, is that just going to be burning through bullets? Am I going to get this far again on day B and C? Odds are no. You know, you don't always get to the last level if you start over. But you never know. But I don't know. So it's like if we make it through day 2, there's still 21 minutes left. With like a tiny stack, it's like, I don't know, it feels so pathetic. But getting the min cash is important, so we'll try to spin it up after. We're trying to get to at least 300-400K. We have like 85 right now, and the blinds are at 8K. So let's see what we can do. But everyone's excited. This is the fun. Let's do this.
85 players playing 693. We'll take 2 minutes off the clock for every hand dealt. You get it all in the call. Do not roll up your action. Do not roll your hand up. We will come to you and let you know when to run that board out. You don't have to call all in the call and yell it out. We don't know. We want to protect everyone's action. We want to make sure everybody gets paid properly. We have 1 extra roll.
2 more dumps left. In the money. Let's get to day 2 now. Come on.
Let me get your attention. We have 19 minutes left to play. Basically, if you get unlucky and get eliminated at this time, the dealers will call a table number and pay out table number. One of the runners will come pick you up.
So happens end of day. Day 2 is end of day, and the money at the same time.
Tonight to make sure you get paid properly. At this time, dealers, we're at 5,000 small, 10,000 big, 10,000 big blind 80.
Let's get aces every hand.
Good luck,
Let's
guys.
go.
Congratulations, Baker Day. The money.
It's money day, he said. All right.
Honestly, give me the ace queen now.
I know. That's normal, right?
No, now I'm getting 5-3 offsuit again.
Oh, no.
Hey,
We found a bag. We found a bag. We found a bag. Good job, lads. All right. See you day 2. July 1st. Yeah. Guys, it is 1 a.m. Las Vegas Friday night. Peak of insanity. I mean, I am delirious. I am tired. But we made day 2 in the Colossus. I don't remember the last time I made a day 2. It might, definitely not last year. And I don't think the year before, if I remember correctly, I think the last day 2 was, when was it? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I know I made day 3 of the Big 50, which was 2019. And I'm pretty sure I made day 2 of one of the other Colossi within the last like couple years. Definitely wasn't last year though, maybe it was the year before. But it's 2024 and we made a day 2. You saw the footage. Here we are, Hall of Fame poker room. We don't have a massive stack. We have like 120K, I believe, or some odd amount of chips. We ended today with 8,000 big blind, I think it was. So we'll see what it'll be if it rolls back. So it's like either the end of level 17-ish or like, I forgot what it is exactly. I am delirious, sorry guys. This is terrible, but there's a chance that the big blind will be less than 8,000. It won't be more than 8,000. It'll be definitely like maybe less than 8,000 if the other crowd finishes their day 1 B or C on whatever, within like 17 levels and like less than 8,000. I don't know. But all I have to say is this is a great tournament. This is the best low buy-in, quote unquote low buy-in. $400 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but for a poker tournament, you can buy a piece of paper and it doesn't mean anything, right? I did like 1 out of 10 of the people who buy this piece of paper get in the cash. It's crazy, but this is a really good low buy-in event. Oh, Metro is going crazy. The lights are on. But this is the lower buy-in tournament to play if you're gonna buy into a tournament. It's honestly better than some like 1Ks, I would say, structure-wise. Definitely better than like the bounty or the turbo bounties and stuff. Those are known to be like crazy donk fest if you know you're gonna buy into a turbo or whatever, a bounty event. But this is a great, everyone's having fun. We had a good time. We bagged a little bit of chips. We'll have at least 14, 15 big blinds at the very least on day 2. And you know, there was a consideration after we got the money just to like punt all in every hand and try to like either go from like 80,000 to like either 200,000-300,000, so we have kind of more of a chance, or just like try again on day 1 B or C because you can't buy in again. But we also thought that this is like maybe our best chance, because it's not a given that you're gonna get this far on day B and C. Your kings can get cracked, your aces can get cracked on day B and day C. There's no guarantee you're gonna, even if you're like Daniel Negreanu, which shout out to Daniel, congratulations to your bracelet. That was, you know, tearjerker, of course, but there's no guarantee that you're gonna get like super far again on just 2 more tries, you know. So we were like, just stay conservative, not conservative, but like, you know, chip up if you need to. We actually, right when we got in the money, I had King Jack suited the next hand with the bubble burst, and then this guy who's been playing tight the whole time raises, and I was like, holy crap, I was just gonna shove this hand, and I was looking at it, you know, and then he raises from early position, and I'm just like, man, we're gonna really just fold King Jack suited, and we did. And then I told him what I had, and he said he had ace queen suited. I didn't tell him what suit I had, and he said he had ace queen of diamonds. I had king queen of clubs, so I believe him. But yeah, that was kind of nitty, but honestly, I think it was the right play. And then we had aces under the gun with like 10 bigs or something, and we raised 2.2x, and of course everyone folded because it looked so strong. But everyone was talking during that hand, and we were hoping that, like, you know, maybe. So there was a couple of aggressive guys behind me. But yeah, anyway, we raise a hand, everyone folds, and we're like, okay. So we end the day with about 120-ish, make day 2, don't have to fire again, can rest, can play an Aria 1-day event, can play online on Wsop.com, can go to Old Red and drink some beer, and, you know, have some fun. Can go to Bellagio, play some slots. You know, the night is still young. It's only 1 a.m. on a Friday in Vegas. We made it a day 2. Life is good, people. This is fun. This is why we play. We have a great chance. I'm not going to be discouraged because we just have 12 bigs. Like I said, the great Daniel was down to 400K in whatever tournament, the 50K, 400K, and he came back to win that thing. You're never out. Greg Emerson was down to 3 big blinds, came back to win the main event. On like day 5, he was down to 3 bigs. You know, you guys, don't ever give up. Never give up. Whenever you're inside there, we're optimists when we start the tournament. We're optimists when we're putting our money down to buy into the tournament. You got to be an optimist even if you endure some bad beats. That's all I got to say. Stay optimistic, stay focused, wait for those okay shove spots. Accumulate your chips. If it's not meant to be, it'll be not meant to be. But if you have like 10 bigs, 7 bigs, don't give up. You know, and that's what we're doing too. But yeah, we made day 2. We're gonna fight, and we'll be back with day 2 when it happens. Colossus 2024. Oh yeah, baby, we did it. Let's get it.